Good evening. It's Thursday, and sorry for changing this to Thursday this week. I just had something come up on the Tuesday. So our normal Tuesday was delayed to today, but I believe it worked out because today ends up being the full moon that I mentioned in the email and also on the YouTube description. So we have the full moon in May. It has many different names: the flower moon, the blue moon, bloom moon, the joy moon. So let's bring some joy into our lives, as in many of the calls we're releasing, we're breaking, letting go of negativity, and that's always happening anyway. But let's put a little bit of a spin on this one. And if you want to bring up something that you're ready to release, the full moon is always a great time and place to do it. For those of you who feel the energy and those that may not feel it, it's still a powerful way to release. But what we're going to do today is be thankful for all the things that we can really appreciate. And with that, we're going to bring in what we would like to see blossom. So before we get into the talk, you can start listing things if you have a pen and paper of all the new projects, the new ideas, the inspirations, the excitement, the things that get you excited about life, the things that you thought about but weren't quite ready to put them into play. This new energy we're in, we've gone through a few full moons, the eclipse energy, and I know a lot of people are still feeling a lot of shifting in their bodies. Some people are purging huge amounts of negativity and belief systems, and it's constant and it's constant. And it's like, when do we get a break? Your higher self, the beings of light that love you so much, are going to take you as fast as you can handle it. So they're only going to give you what you can handle, and that's why some of us get huge amounts to release, because they just know you can do it and they want you to let it go, let it go, let it go, so you can bring in the new with this new energy. 2024 was said to be a year of something shocking, big changes, a big push for the light workers, for those who hold the light. And for those of you who are doing the work, we can definitely say we're feeling something. There is a more positive undertone in the things we're doing, but there are a lot of people going through a lot of healings and purging and just getting exhausted with the process. So I do my best to support those who need it, and these calls are helpful for all of us as we go through these, I would say, uncertain times, but also very exciting times. There's that undertone of excitement. So we'll bring that flower moon into full bloom and say, let's do it. If anybody has something they'd like to share in the chat about what they would love to see in their life, sometimes putting it out there is a little scary, but it's also exciting. We're not going to hold you to it, but why not? We may have someone with a really bright idea, or they just have this burning feeling in their heart that this is where they're going to go. Sometimes taking that first step into something new can be very scary. And it's just a negative belief. I might fail. I'm not good enough. But if you have those feelings that there's something you want to do, and then you just have that negativity trying to hold you back, that's all that is. It's just that fear-based negativity that likes to hold us where we are and don't let us move forward. But it's inching out of that comfort zone and going through and pushing through and pushing through. And sometimes, yeah, we might fail. How many times have I failed? Many, many, many times. But what am I good at? Getting back and trying again. And if that didn't work, I might try something else. I'll try something else. And I'll try something else. For those who know me, I'm endlessly trying something else. Because sometimes things click and sometimes they don't. So sometimes it's about divine timing. Sometimes you get an idea and the idea isn't quite ready to bloom, but you've got the idea for something that's coming in the future. And then a lot of us, including myself, say, oh, I got this great idea, I'm going to act on it. And you act on it and it fails. You're like, well, that doesn't make sense. I got this feeling. It's like I felt it in meditation. I put energy into it and then it failed. Why would that fail? Well, everything's divine timing. So if you've had that inspiration, that big idea, and you went for it and it failed, maybe that wasn't the right energy, but maybe this is the right energy, or maybe it will be the next year. So don't give up on your dreams. Just kind of go with them with a feeling. Is this the right time? You might just want to play with it, because when something's ready to bloom, it's like you throw it out there and it just takes off. And then sometimes you can throw tons of it out there and it doesn't even get one little nibble. So perhaps not the right timing. Doesn't mean it's the wrong idea, the wrong inspiration, just maybe not the right timing. I'm just looking through the chat. There's a lot of hellos. Hello, everybody. It's nice to see the crowd coming back, and thank you for joining me on the Thursday. So has anyone been feeling that shift inside? Has anyone been feeling hot flashes, cold flashes, energy going through their bodies, sleepless nights, excitement, ups and downs and ups and downs? It's a lot of fun. We're having fun, right? Absolutely. And if you're not having fun, try your best to kind of step out of the drama, step out of the issues, and really start to look at them from an observer and say, wow, there might be a lot going on, but what am I learning from this? What am I getting out of this? Why do I have this shoulder pain, knee pain, recurring negative thought? Why do I have this fear that keeps coming up? Why do I have this memory that won't dissipate? Sometimes we get stuck in these patterns of thought. Sometimes it's an old injury coming into the forefront for you to look at. And it's really for us to know, or for us to figure out. Sometimes when you're talking to someone and they're listening to you and they're listening to you, you can get, someone else can get that aha moment. Oh, well, it's really easy. Your problem is this, 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 and this. And you're like, well, how did you figure that out? Well, it's simple. You're just like, you just said it like 20 times in the conversation. But when you're in that, and you might be saying it 20 times, but it's hard to see it for yourself because you're in it. And when you're in the drama, when you're in the chaos, when you're in the confusion, you might not even notice the patterns that you're speaking about and the behavior that's, or the belief system that's right in front of you. So it is nice to chat to other people, um, to hear, kind of bounce things off, because they might be able to pick up something because they're not in the same pile as you. And then they can kind of give you some pointers on how to get out of it. Connecting with nature is beautiful. Like just being outside with a tree on your back and watching the clouds and listening to the wind and breathing deeply and having your heart rate and everything just mix all in together. It's just such a beautiful feeling. Lately, my favorite place to be is in nature, just to be outside and watching the insects dance around and the birds and the pollen blowing. It's just beautiful. The grass seems to be, it's live. Everything's just so alive right now. The other day I was mowing by hand, the hand mower, the labyrinth. And when we created it, I'm actually pretty exhausted. I've been doing a lot of yard work to get my outside time. I've been going through a lot of internal shifts. And I do go through these in buckets. Like there's sometimes where it's like 51 days of exceeding energy running through my system. And when these times happen, it just feels like it's exhausting. But at the same time, I can't sit down because there's just too much energy in my body. So I have to keep busy. So what do? I go do yard work, and we have plenty here. So mowing the lawn, doing this, doing that, to the point of exhaustion. And when I go to lay down at night, I still can't sleep because this energy is still running through my system. And right now, as I'm talking to you guys and I'm getting all relaxed, although I'm starting to feel like this like beautiful calmness come over me, like I just want to like drift into this meditation and just allow everything to just come together and let go, I'm starting to feel this intensity of heat. And it's starting right from my heart and it's just going. And I don't know if you guys are getting this, but wow, my whole body's vibrating and I'm starting to feel actually kind of uneasy in my chair. The amount of energy that's coming through these healings throughout the day even has been excessive. But what I always say it's all right, let this be what's right for all of us. May our next layer of resistance break because we're all ready to shine. There's so much of us that's ready to just bloom, expand, all those ideas, those inspirations. And if you are someone who likes to make notes, because sometimes I get these amazing ideas. It's like, wow, how did I just know that? And if I have a pen and paper, I just write it down, scribble, scribble. And I'm looking through my notes saying, wow, there was this other profound thing that came to me the other day and I was outside and someone was talking to me how they were feeling a little judgmental and resentment and embarrassed and regret to themselves for something they did in the past. And then something just came through as I was thinking about that person who said that is very interesting because when we are in a lower consciousness and we're vibrating at a lower density, we are not who we truly are, and our patterns are running us, and our behaviors that really aren't us. And we might make some mistakes, but they're not really mistakes. They're learning lessons that help us move along the way. But when you come to a different point, you look back, you might say, wow, you know what? Why did I do that? Why would I ever let someone treat me that way? Why did I do this? Why did that? But that's just a different version of you. And that different version of you didn't know any better. So if you're in a state where you can look back and you have regret or shame, embarrassment, or whatever, that's just an indication that you've grown. You're at a higher consciousness and you realize that behavior is not really acceptable because you're different. So don't be mad at yourself. Don't be embarrassed about it. Don't be angry. Look at yourself and say, wow, thank you so much for having that experience because it really helped me become who I am today. And another thing, as you raise your consciousness, you're going to notice that you actually see dark energy or dark choices very clearly because you're going to see the better choices, the light choices very clearly. So, what you're really going to come to is a place of neutrality where you're looking at all these different options that are in front of you as just that, options. They're not fearful, they're not scary, they're not bad or good, but they're options that, yes, I'll enjoy this one much better than that one, but we're not going to put any extra energy into the stuff we don't like. Those negative beliefs that we finally seem to break, over time we're breaking negative beliefs, they don't just dissolve and disappear and you never see them again. You just get to the other side of them. So you now see that negative belief as an option. I can still believe, if I choose to, that life is hard. I can still choose to believe that I'm not good enough. I can still choose to believe that I'm unworthy. But I see those as options. And once upon a time, I believed them. But I've broken those negative beliefs. They're still part of my choice. But because I have higher consciousness, I've broken out of those negative beliefs. They're still there, but I choose not to engage with them. I choose not to go down that route. But I'm not trying to push them away and tuck them away into a vault and hide them away because whatever you fight just gets bigger. You just leave them there as neutral. They just are a choice and not a big deal. The thing with higher consciousness is about expansion, is about seeing all those different opportunities, and you can go and explore them all if you want to. When you become a higher consciousness, you then choose, most likely, because it's easier to choose that, and we all like choose the better things, the things that make us feel high vibe, keep that positivity, give me an experience that I'm going to grow from, but something more positive. But those other options are still there. So, not scary, not a scary thing when you're on the other side of it. But I understand when you're in that and you're in the ups and downs, and sometimes it feels like you're in a dark room and you can't get out. It seems a bit scary, but today, let's just get out of those rooms, people. Just say, I'm done with this. I'm done with the drama on this planet. I'm done with the fighting. I'm done with the chaos and the anger and the frustration people have. And I'm ready to live in a beautiful world full of love, peace, and compassion. And do you remember what I said? That it's our consciousness can see all these different realities. What reality do you choose? Do you choose the ones that you're seeing that don't look so nice? And there's like things happening there, and we want to be pulled into the drama, but they're doing this over there. That's all right. Let them do that. You're in your own glass. They can see you. You can see them. And the reason that is, it gives those people who are living in chaos, anger, frustration, to see how you're living. Lead by example. How is she doing that? How does that person look so happy and calm with all this going on? I want to learn from that person. I want to be, and you give that person hope to work on themselves to join onto our timeline. So the neat thing is, tonight, with this beautiful new moon energy, they call it the flower moon, bloom moon. Let's bloom something great. Let's add in all those great things that feel good. So I can list a few. I'm blooming peace to this world. I would love to see more people smiling. I would love to see everyone have what they need to be comfortable. I would love to come up with some pretty inspiring ideas for my next step. I would love to create something that makes people happier every day. I'd like to know how to do this, this, and this, whatever it is. So maybe you want to, someone's talking about frying some chicken. All right, well, maybe I want to become a better cook. I want to learn new recipes. I got one. I want to eat healthier. I want to eat a more balanced diet. I want to start exercising. I want to start journaling. I want to write a book. I want to learn something new. Whatever it is, those inspirations that are coming to you are coming for a reason. So go deep within, find what excites you, and bring it to the forefront. Around that, just say no. No, no, no. I'm breaking that negativity. I'm letting it go. I'm not giving it any energy because I'm dissolving it. I just don't want it anymore. If you can figure out a negative belief, it's that simple to say, I'm dissolving it. Cold turkey, I'm done. The other day, something came to me, and there was something bothering me. I can't remember what it was, but it was bothering me. And then I'm like, what is this? It's so annoying, this thought. So that I kind of did some work to get to that underlying negative belief. And I said, I'm dropping it cold turkey. And I was outside because I was spending a lot of time in this nice weather outside. And I said, that's it. I break it cold turkey. This negative belief no longer defines who I am. I did this, and all of a sudden there was this shift. And I had this like wave of energy go through me, and I just felt so different to the point that I can't even remember what that annoyance was. It's like it's gone. I'm like, oh, it's that simple. Now, people say, Brenda, it's not that simple. I'm trying to break this negative belief and that negative belief. When you get to the core of that negative belief, and I've been working with a lot of people this week because I came up with this process. I didn't come up with it. It was given to me, and I tried to find the source of where it came from. I can't, but it's a 3-step source, profound but simple. And it helps someone understand that they're feeling that way because they're choosing to feel it, is because they think that's serving them, and it kind of breaks this circuit. It makes you look at things and negative beliefs in a different way. Well, as we're going through this kind of process of going through, it's amazing that, let's say you have a belief system which you think is unworthy. I'm unworthy. Well, maybe it's not unworthy. Maybe it's undeserving. But maybe it's not undeserving. Maybe it's I am invisible. Maybe, but then you kind of work with that. No, maybe it's not I'm invisible. Maybe it does. I don't matter. Maybe it is I'm alone. Maybe it's I'm abandoned. Maybe it's all these things. So you kind of have to dig and find out what is the belief, because every belief has its own energy, which creates different emotions. So we're very multidimensional, but if you're willing to find out what it is that's holding you back, you will get the support from your guides, the universe, your higher self to guide you to what the issue is. But you're going to have the courage to look at it and ask for the help to really figure it out. And sometimes it's making notes, sometimes it's going in to feel your body, sometimes it's listening to the higher self that's always talking to you. Sometimes you have this coincidence or synchronicity where someone says, hey, and they just start blabbing something. It's like, did they just say that to me? It's like they answered my question for me. Do you guys ever get that? Or you turn on the radio and right when the song is saying what, it's like they speaking directly to you and answer the question you just asked. This is how magnificent the world can be when you're in that flow, in that synchronicity, in that high vibe, in that inspiration, in that excitement. So let's get into that high energy. Let's get into that excitement as we start to visualize, feel, know that we can grasp onto those opportunities we feel in our heart to be true. So we're going to ask for them to really shine, to really come to the forefront, and anything that's in the way, we're going to ask for it to dissolve. It's the old energy. We don't need that anymore. We're moving into this beautiful new earth where we're excited to be who we are, and being authentic and being weird and being different and being all that is kind of cool nowadays. So just be you. Another conversation I had with someone is they're asking, how do you know when you're being yourself, when you're being a mom and you're being a wife, or you're being a husband, or you're being, a brother or a sister or a coworker, or an employee? We change. We change to meet the people. We change to meet the situation. But along all those roles we play, or different hats that we wear, there's that authentic part of you that's there. And can you imagine if you could just be you in any circumstance, how much easier that would be? Allow that deep breath, anchor in that feeling, because wouldn't it be nice people just accepted you as you are? It would be so much easier. You wouldn't have to say, oh, I'm meeting so and so, they like this type of person, I'll be this, or I'll be that, or I'll be that. You don't have to pretend anymore. You can just be you. Well, that's where we're headed. More people are becoming more authentic, more, this is who I am. You like it or you don't like it. And some people might run the other way, and that's okay, because you're going to attract people who really get you. Because we're really shifting into a lot of different possibilities. That could be another one, because I get a lot of clients that's saying, I don't have any friends anymore. They've all kind of grown or left. Well, why don't you send in an invitation out there, an intention out there to say, hey, I would love to meet a new group of friends that get me. Simple, right? It's that easy. You need to ask to receive. So we're going to get into the meditation. I'm actually really getting lots of energy here, and I would just like to start. I'm just reading here to actually now I've cooled down. Like it's like kind of just I don't know if you're getting that nice coolness now, and then it's just waving. So this energy is ready to go, and it picks up all of our energy, and we all work together without really working because we're enjoying it at the same time. But our energy, that love penetrating from our heart, is going to come together. We're going to get healings of our own. We're going to send intentions to those that we love or we might be worried about, but we don't want to worry about them. We want to hold them in their own light. We want to see them as perfect wherever they are at their best and help pull them to that place. So we can send them energy. We can send our pets energy, our family, our homes. And then, as always, we come together and send waves of light around Mother Earth and into the earth and to all of humanity. Oh, one thing that was really sweet. I'll send this little link on the next email I send out because I was just showing it to my daughter, and it was a YouTube video, and it wasn't in English, but you could just feel the love of this fisherman, that you know exactly what he was saying because your heart intelligence could feel it. But him and his friend were out in the ocean and they found this baby dolphin that was wrapped up in a net. And they took it out of the water, and his friend was videotaping as he was taking the net off of his the baby looked fine, but I've never seen a baby dolphin before, so I was really excited. Like it was so adorable. And he's taking the net off and making sure he's okay. And at one point, he's just holding the dolphin and he's telling the dolphin to calm down if he takes the net out. And then, he's just kind of giving a lecture, like, look at you people leaving nets in there. What are you doing? And he kisses the dolphin. And then he does another once around and he kisses the dolphin again and he puts it into the ocean. It swims away. And things like that just put tears in my eyes because it's so sweet. Now, the dolphin being the net is not a nice thing, but he found it, he helped it, and his love for the dolphin was so apparent. You could feel it. And there's so many good things happening in this world. There's so many exciting things happening in this world. There's so much kindness and compassion in this world. And I know if you're looking at that, all that stuff coming at us, we might think otherwise. But maybe put out the intention tonight. May you start to focus on the positive things on this planet. Open up a whole new avenue. When I wake up in the morning, I'm going to set the intention that anything I look at is full of love and joy and happiness, peace, to keep you in that high vibration of those. You want to move that frequency higher and higher and keep it there. Well, how do you keep it there? Through inspiration and excitement, appreciation. I appreciate this and this, and it just kind of vibrates your entire body into excitement. And I get there up and down feeling, guys. Don't think I'm always up here. Sometimes I get wobbly. I'm like, oh no, but I've been through this. I've been to the darkest of the dark, the light, the dark. I'm like, and the hardest thing is when you're back down in the trenches. The reason it hurts so much is because you know what it feels like to be high. So when you start to drop, it's like, no, I don't want to go there when you're down there. So maybe send a special intention today. May I stay on the top of the roller coaster as long as I can, as often as I can. Understanding I may take a dip, but may it be fast and quick, or shallow and quick. I don't want to go down too deep. So you can play with the words, play with the universe. This is supposed to be fun. We signed up for this. So let's get into the healing and let's let all that other stuff go and just really focus on what we want to grow. Here we go, everyone. I gotta get the music going and we'll go from there. All right. Now, the music is on. Seems pretty loud. My voice is here. I'm gonna drink some water. Tell me if the music's too loud today. All right, so this is my voice. That's the music. Yeah, let's throw, okay, it's so much loud. Okay, let's throw out I love this one, being healthy. A lot of people are going through some physical ailments right now. Oh, wow, it's way too loud. Physical, like a lot of physicality issues are coming up. Sometimes they're old hurts that are coming up. Sometimes they're things that have been around. It's like, when is this going to leave already? Sometimes you have to get to those core beliefs before they dissipate. So may we see the reason behind my sickness. May we see, what I'm supposed to learn. What am I supposed to experience from this challenge? May challenges come to me, but may I understand what they are. So that's a beautiful one. Seeds of self-love, seeds of being healthy, seeds of abundance, because abundance is everything. Everyone always assumes, oh, it's money. Abundance is love, it's friendship, it's cooperation, it's inspiration, it's all that is good. So let's send out some beautiful seeds and keep flowering them, keep energizing them, keep thinking about them, because the more positivity you put into these seeds that we develop today, they are going to grow. The way they work is, say this is the ground, they're coming up, they're coming up, they're coming up, and a lot of people give up right before they're about to shoot and bloom. You got to put that energy and never give up and let them bloom into those beautiful, miraculous circumstances that you created for yourself. All right, everyone. So I think the balance is good. We're going to go into a meditation now. Imagine yourself first just sitting in the sunlight with the breeze in your hair as we sit in our chairs or lie down. Now, I know some of us are getting ready for sleep, but we're going to fall to sleep with these seeds of excitement woven into our essence. And if you end up missing the meditation, no, you're not really missing it, but consciously leaving, whether you're going into meditation or dream state, before you drift away, just plant those seeds, and you can have as many as you want. You can imagine you having a planter for each one. You can have your garden full. My dad used to tell me, if you don't plant anything in your garden, nothing's going to grow. So I always plant things in my garden, both in real life, metaphorically, and in actuality. So today we're doing it metaphorically, but it's almost, well, it is, it's real at some level. So let's get those planters ready today, everyone. Allowing deep breaths, letting out any anxiety, because we don't want any worries or anxieties in the way. Because when we plant these inspiration, these thoughts, these bubbles of excitement, we want them to be at a state of extreme excitement, extreme appreciation, high vibration. We want them to be planted in a place or in a state of love, so that love frequency can weave in. So if you want to start planting those seeds before you drift away into that beautiful place of love and peace and compassion and joy and health. So we're allowing deep breaths, and allow those thoughts of inspiration. What is it? What is bubbling up within your heart? What is that want? What is that ask? And as something comes up, and it can be something very small or something very big, you're going to hold a seed in your hand, and you're going to plant it in a beautiful planter. And if there's anything around the planter that seems like resistance or negativity, today you're going to have a very powerful moonbeam in your hand. And this beam of light from the moon is so powerful, it's going to dissolve any negativity around that seed or planter. Just beam it away, because this inspiration you have, this idea you have, this beautiful seed is going to grow into that, and there is nothing that's going to get into the way of that happening, because you are a magnificent being, you are powerful, and you have the power to dissolve, transmute any negativity that's popping up as you're planting your seeds. And it's kind of a neat experience, because if you have that seed and you have one planter and you've labeled it and you know what it is, set it aside under the moonlight and watch it do what it's going to do. It's beaming, it's holding that moonlight, and deep within that soil, magic is happening, miracles are happening to have your dreams come true. And you can have as many planters as you want. So there's endless amount of seeds and planters. And you're getting those great ideas. Oh, I want to write a book. Oh my gosh, I'm just loving a vacation so I can go and visit a sacred place I've wanted to go for so long. Perhaps it's that book I just want to get through because I have such a hard time with resistance. I'm going to complete this book, and that could be a seed. And you're going to get that powerful moonlight, and you're going to beam it on your seed and planter, dissolving any interference that might try to stop that from blooming into that beautiful inspiration that you're having. So allowing a few minutes here to plant those seeds, to dissolve any resistance. And while you're doing this activity, you could be in space doing it, enjoying that limitless of space. You could be in your back garden or your favorite beach, perhaps on your balcony, wherever you feel the most inspired, the most excited. You're allowing those deep breaths to allow that energy to pass through your body, dissolving any resistance and bringing in that fast, loving, light energy. You can even plant a seed. May my family be happy and healthy. And this seed represents my family. And as this seed grows so strong and beautifully, I'll know that my family is growing strong, connected, and in love. And you plant that in, and you send it that moon energy, getting any resistance out of the way to allow that inspiration to grow and grow and grow. And you may have one planter, you may have 5, you may have 10, you may have 15. You can have as many as you want, because this beautiful universe can support all that you want, because you're magnificent and powerful and connected and love. You are a powerful creator. And at any time during this meditation, during this healing, if you remember another seed you want to plant, just go back to that place, pick up the seed, plant it, make those intentions. There are no limits to your intentions. There are no limits on how many inspirations and ideas that you can add or create or plant. Tonight is the night. You can feel your vibrations of your body increasing, the excitement. Can you imagine just believing and knowing with this beautiful earth energy surrounding us, that all of those beautiful intentions, those seeds, are going to bloom. It's almost so exciting. Which one will bloom first? Do they bloom at the same time? Will I love them all? Will I be excited? See if I change my mind. See if fear gets in the way. Well, that's where you always go into that heart of yours. And when you're following your heart, nothing can go wrong. Pure excitement, pure positivity. Saying those positive affirmations. I deserve this. I am worthy. I am magnificent. So we have these beautiful seeds being planted. And all along, you've had this beautiful healing happening on your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body. Releasing that resistance, releasing the fear or worry, giving you the confidence and the knowing to move forward. You can be planting these right in the middle of the forest. Some of us just love being in the forest, surrounded by those loving trees, and their energy just moving through us and us with them. We're all connected in love. And as you're continuing to plant, or perhaps you're now done, just allow this beautiful healing energy to continue what it needs to do for you, bringing in love and transmuting, dissolving any interference you might have at this time. Allowing that love to penetrate and surround every cell of your body. Every cell in your body is there because it loves you. Allowing the resistance to come up in any way it needs to. If you're yawning, just let it go. You might be coughing. You might be just drifting and enjoying this beautiful energy. There's no right or wrong. Just enjoy it and be with it in the way that it means to you. Sometimes we have tears of resistance coming up as negative beliefs are being broken. Imagine these new beliefs, these new inspirations, these new timelines are coming into your view for your highest good, for the most excitement and fun. You are loved, you matter, you're important, you're safe. And as this healing continues, we're now going to bring the intention. If you haven't already, I know some of you do this earlier, send out these beams of love to anyone and anything that you're worried about, want to support. Again, we can make this energy available. We can't force it, but we can sure make it available. And it is powerful. And wouldn't it be nice if the people we're sending this to grabbed it, said yes to it, and allowed it to do what it does best, to love and heal at all levels. We're drifting in the love that's there for each and every one of us. We're sending intentions to our loved ones. We're asking, intending this energy to start weaving through our homes. It's being made available to our pets and anyone's there, our homes themselves, bringing in joy and happiness and peace. It's like waves of warmth moving up and down your body. Some might feel extra heated, some might feel cool, some are seeing colors, some are drifting and they've gone into another place already. Whatever is happening for you, and it could just be nothing, just a peaceful feeling, is perfect. So allowing those deep breaths, imagining, knowing, trusting our families are healing. And you might glance over at your seeds and notice that they're already growing into plants. Wow, now that is growth acceleration. You might have an idea for another one you want to plant. Go right ahead. The healing continues whether you're busy planting your seeds or not. And for those who might feel inspired to plant a seed with an intention for someone they love, for perhaps more positive thinking, a healthy body, the allowance of love, you can plant another seed for that person. Take all that resistance away with this beautiful, powerful moon energy. Just shine the moonlight on this seed in the planter. And you can imagine grabbing it and passing it along to someone that you care about, who you believe needs that seed of hope, that seed of love, that seed of inspiration, that seed of excitement. And as you give them that, you can just say, and so it is. And whatever's meant to happen will happen. But the intention of love, the intention of connection and inspiration has been powerful and profound to that person. As I'm speaking today, there are tears welling in my eyes. There are feelings of old limitations breaking. I can feel them out there. If you're one of those people breaking a limitation at this time, and you have some tears coming through, just allow the process. You're a love beyond measure. And if we together can hold the space for those who need it today, then it is an honor to do so. us might be floating. Some of us have already drifted off. But with all that being said and done, these beautiful seeds that we have planted today will continue to grow and grow and grow. And you might just notice a shift, and then something that you planted will be right in front of you. For some, it'll be very quick for things to show up in their lives. For others, it might take a little longer as they go through the permission slips, the understanding, the allowance of letting them come to their lives. But if you allow playfulness, an allowance with no expectations, allow the universe to delight and surprise you. You are loved, you're important, you're beautiful. Your ideas, your inspirations, the excitement of what's to come are growing. Your connection to who you truly are growing. Anchoring in that excitement and love, and then letting it go. With all that's going on this beautiful evening of this healing, we have that healing energy weaving through your homes, being made available to everyone and everything. Peace, joy, and harmony are flowing through your home, dissipating any negativity, anxieties, and worries, just allowing them to go. They're no longer needed. And now, as we all come together with this beautiful intention, we're going to send out another seed, an intention so grand, so beautiful, so inspiring. It is the seed of peace and compassion for all of humanity and planet Earth. And our energy and our love is going into the planting of this seed. And we then allow the beams of moonlight to dissolve any resistance that we might be feeling. How could this be? There can't be this. Yes, there can. Yes, there is. This beautiful world can be in a place of love and peace. And it can happen a lot faster than we can even imagine. So the beam of moonlight of this flower moon have released any resistance. We are now grabbing this huge pot with this ginormous seed, and we're picking it up all together. And we present it to Mother Earth and humanity. And with this inspiration and with this thought and with this gift, we now allow this beautiful wave of love, intelligent energy to surround and weave Mother Earth, all the life within it and on it. This powerful beam of light is surrounding every water molecule, every air molecule, all the plants and the animals and the marine life, all of humanity. It's glowing so white, so peaceful. This energy is so profound and so powerful. It is touching the hearts of so many, bringing a sense of peace, empowerment, love, excitement. You can feel, sense, believe, and know this beautiful healing energy is weaving. It's going to the lightest places and the darkest places. It's touching the hearts of so many. It is bringing a feeling of security and peace. And although we can't force it, we can definitely make it available. And when people feel that love come over them, they're going to get an image of a seed growing into something so beautiful. And when they feel that, they too can make their own intention as we allow this new energy, this new love and compassion that's on earth today, stronger than ever before, penetrating the hearts of so many. And as this beautiful energy is working on everyone and everything, and it's going to continue to do so, you can imagine planet Earth in this beautiful energy of love, this white light beaming out so strong. We're now asking this weaving of love to start encompassing and surrounding all of the universe and the multiverse and our Milky Way and the ETs that are helping us and the beings of light that are supporting us. There's so much love here. And as we receive love, we're sending it back. It's going to the multiverse, the universe, and beyond. This energy is so powerful. It is so powerful because it is holding the frequency of love, which is the most powerful energy in the universe. And it is yours to use to create the magnificent life you deserve. We're going to send a special blessing. You're going to grab this beautiful energy that's coming back tenfold, and you're going to make bubbles around each and every one of your planted seeds. They are protected in love. They're going to grow and flourish. And I want you, in your daily, day-to-day life, notice the subtle changes. Watch your world change, because you have just set a path so powerfully with your inspirations held in love. I want you to anchor in that feeling deep within your heart, that knowing that you matter, what you asked for and desired and inspired today will come true because you deserve it. anchoring in that peace deep within the cells of your body. Knowing these seeds that you've planted today have exactly what they need. Divine energy will continuously feed them. Your positive thoughts, your inspiration, your excitement will feed them. Watch them grow. Be excited. Be in love with yourself and all of humanity and beyond. We are now coming to the end of this meditation, but even though this might be coming to an end, the love that we set into motion tonight will continue with no limits, allowing those deep breaths to anchor in that love as we slowly come back from our meditation. And if you're feeling like you want to stay in this energy, please do so. Just turn off your computers, your phones, and drift away in this beautiful, loving energy. Remembering to drink once you arise, once you wake up, drink lots of water. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being a part of that. That was powerful because you were part of it. In just a few moments, I'm going to pull out the singing bowl. For anyone who wants to come back, you can wiggle your toes and feet. Move your body, bringing yourself back into this time and place. I'm going to bring out the singing bowl. We'll play this a few times, and although it may not sound perfect, the intention is exactly the same. It's to help process any of that resistance so those seeds you planted today can grow and bloom at a fast, beautiful rate in health and joy. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining. That was pretty intense. My eyes were watering during that one. My body was vibrating so much. I almost drifted away. Sometimes I just want to drift away, and then the call will end at 12 midnight. We'll be like, what? So thank you again, everyone, for coming. May that love, may your seeds bloom. And if you have any comments or you've had a shift and you're excited, please let me know. I love those stories. Sending you all lots of love, lots of excitement for the future. Stay inspired, stay in love, and drink lots of water because that was an intense one, everyone.